So, good morning, students.
Good morning.
So, welcome to new lecture of Math F211. So, in last class, we have seen what is the differential equation, different type of the classification of differential equation, what type of the solutions we can have, and very simple how to find the solution by integration. So now, actually, the course will start from here. So here we have the section 7, homogeneous equation. So earlier was the preliminary of for the differential equation. Now this is the actual thing. So homogeneous equation. So before the homogeneous equation, you must have the idea what is the homogeneous function. So here, if fxy is given to you, so in place of the x, if you replace the tx, and in place of the y, if you replace ty. So here, if fx is given to you, fxy is given to you. So if you determine the function tx and ty, so it should come t to power n f of the xy. Then we say this function is the homogeneous function. This function is homogeneous function of order n, right? Whatever this figure, so that we say of order n. So that is the definition of the homogeneous function. So let us see. For example, if we have the x square plus xy, so in place of the x, you put tx. In place of the y, you put ty. So it will become tx whole square plus tx into ty, which can be written as t square x square plus xy. So this will what? This will be the t square f of the x comma y. So we will say that it is the homogeneous function of the order 2. Similarly, if you take the root of x square plus y square, so in place of the x, you put tx. In place of the ty, you put ty. So it will give you t into root of the xy. So it will become t into f of the x comma y. So it is the homogeneous function of order 1. Now, if we have the sign of 1 upon x, so as a practice, we put the y is equal to ty, x is equal to tx. So sine of ty upon tx, so it will give you t and t cancel out, so sine of yx, so it is the t to power 0 f of xy. So this is the homogeneous function for order 0. So if we have the homogeneous equation of the form mxy dx plus nxy dy, means here m and n are homogeneous function of variable x comma y. So this is the, so here m and n should be homogeneous function of same order, means whatever the order of the m, the same order we must have for the n also. So that can be written as dy by dx is equal to minus of m x comma y upon n of x comma y, which is nothing, which can be written as minus f of x comma y. This, so it is nothing, it is the ordinary differential equation. Yesterday we have seen the classification. So this is the ordinary differential equation, linear ordinary differential equation of the first order, right? Of the first order, first degree. So now we have to, so actual we have the equation like this. So how we have to solve? So here we assume let y is equal to z. So y can be written as z into x. So from here we can write dy by dx is equal to, by parts on the right hand side, if you differentiate, so it will become the z plus x dz by dx, dz by the dx. So it will give you dy by dx plus dy by dx is equal to z plus x dz by dx. So if in the equation if you put, it will become left hand side z plus x dz by dx upon is equal to f of the z. So what is the main benefit in assuming this? You can now separate the variable. So here you have separated the variable, and it will give you dz upon fz minus z is equal to dx. So what is the benefit? From here, if you integrate on both sides, so you will get the required solution. So let us have this example. So always we have,
Sir,
yes,
sir, how is dy by dx a function of z?
pardon, yes,
Sir, here you have
this
taken dy by dx is equal to
because
f of
uh,
z.
so because this is the what function of the x and y, and here I am putting the y upon x as a z. So means y is equal to we have the zx, y is equal to zx, and automatically in this the x will cancel out because we have the homogeneous function. Because we have the homogeneous function, you see the example, right? Because of the homogeneous function, it will cancel out. That is the main homogeneous function. So let us understand the same thing by the example. If you have the equation, always we have to write the equation in the standard form. M dx plus n dy is equal to 0. So if we have the example x cube plus 3xy square dx plus y cube plus 3x square y dy. So first we have to check what is the homogeneity of the first. So in this, if you put in the m, if you put x is in place of the x tx, in place of the y ty. So what will be the degree of the m? So tx cube plus 3tx into ty whole square. So you can take the t cube common. Again, you will get this. So m is the homogeneous function of order 3. Similarly, n you if you take, so ty cube plus 3 tx whole square into ty. So this is all also of same order 3. So this can be written as dy by dx is equal to minus x cube plus 3x into y square upon y cube plus 3x square into y. So from all, if you take the x cube common from the numerator and denominator, if you take the x cube common, so inside we have 1 plus 3 y upon x whole square, uh, and the denominator x cube y upon x cube plus 3 y upon x. So automatically, if we have the m and n of same order, automatically this x cube and this x cube will be cancelled out. Now when we put y upon x is equal to z, so y is equal to zx, so dy by dx is equal to z plus x dz by dx. So on the left side, you put the value of the dy by dx as z plus x dz by dx is equal to minus. Now 1 plus 3z square upon z cube plus 3z. So now you can see this is the function of the fz. Clear now? Automatically, due to the homogeneity, it will cancel out. X will cancel out. So uh, here we have the x dz is equal to minus 1 plus 3z square upon z cube plus z plus 3z minus z. So this side is what? Complete function of the z. So this can be written as, and this can be written as minus z to power 4 plus 6z square plus 1 upon z cube plus 3z. So when we separate the variable, it will give you 4 dx by x is equal to minus z cube plus 3z, 3z into 4, 3z into 4 upon z to power 4 6 z square plus 1 plus c. So what is the benefit now? Now you can integrate, right? After separating the variable, on this side we have the explicit function of x, and on this side we have the explicit expression of the z. So on both sides we have the explicit expression of different variable, so you can integrate easily. So after the integration, right, so here after the integration you will get 4 of ln of x is equal to it will come 4z cube plus 12. So it will give you is equal to ln of minus 4z cube, right, and 12. So yes, correct. So ln of z to power 4 plus 6z square plus 1 plus plus ln c. If you take the ln c instead of the c, if you take the ln c, so it will become it will become the ln of x to power 4 and plus ln of z to power 4 6z square plus 1 is equal to ln of c, which can be written as x to power 4 into z to power 4 plus 6z square plus 1 is equal to c. So what we have assumed? We have assumed the z is equal to y upon x. So this will become y upon x power 4 plus 6 y upon x square plus 1 is equal to c. So it will give you x to power 4 y to power 4 plus 6 y square x square plus x to power 4, and this will cancel out. X to power 4 is equal to c, right? So after taking the LCM, so this will be the solution. So here you can note that this is the arbitrary constant, and I have told you number of arbitrary constant in the solution, number of arbitrary constant in the solution will be the same whatever the order of the differential equation. So here we have already shown. So it will become the, right, y to power 4 6x square plus y plus x to power 4 is equal to c. Let us have another example. X square y dash plus 3 x square plus y square tan inverse of y upon x. So in this case y dash can be written as 3 x square plus y square upon x square tan inverse of y upon x plus xy upon x square. So we can write this as a function of f of the x upon y form or y upon x form, right, y upon x form. So this will become 3 plus 3 into 1 plus y upon x whole square plus tan inverse y upon x plus y upon x. So as practice we put the y upon x as a z. So this will give you y is equal to zx, or dy by dx is equal to z plus x dz by dx. So on the left side here, this is also what, first degree first order differential equation, right? So when we write the y dash as a z plus x dz by dx, and on the right hand side it will become 3 into 1 plus z square tan inverse z plus z. So from both sides z and z cancel out. So now let us see whether we can separate the variable or not. So when we separate the variable, on the left hand side we have the dz upon 3 1 plus z square tan inverse z is equal to x is equal to dx upon x. So what we have to do, we have to integrate on both side. So left hand side will come 1 by 3 ln of tan inverse z plus ln c is equal to ln x. That can be written as c tan inverse z is equal to x cube. Right, this 3 you can write on the right hand side. So c tan inverse z is equal to x cube, or tan inverse z is equal to x cube upon c. So z will come, z will come, z is equal to tan of c x cube, means 1 upon c. 1 upon c I am replacing with the another constant, you can say again the c. If you have the confusion, you can say that c1 c2 or d, right? Generally we replace the with the c only. So z is equal to tan of c x cube. And what is the z? Initially we have assumed z is equal to y upon x. So it will give you y is equal to x tan of the cx cube. So this is the required solution. So you have seen here that a given differential equation is of order 1, degree 1. So here we have the one arbitrary constant. So where c is the arbitrary constant. So it is good practice if you write below the solution c is arbitrary constant, where c is the arbitrary constant. So it is not necessary always. Any doubt till now? Anything you want to ask regarding the homogeneous equation, regarding the separation of the variable? Anything you want to ask?
No, sir.
So it is not necessary always we have the always we have the ready homogeneous equation. So sometimes we have to reduce to the homogeneous equation. So next topic is reducible to the homogeneous equation. If the given equation, given differential equation is not homogeneous in nature, then we have to reduce it. So what can be the form? If we have the differential equation of the form dy by dx is equal to ax plus by plus c upon a dash x plus a dash y plus c dash, where a upon a dash is not equal to b upon b dash. So in such equation, if you put x is equal to small x is equal to capital X minus h and small y is equal to capital Y minus k. So from here, if you compute the uh, dx is equal to, so it will become the dx, and dy is equal to, it will become the dy. So when we compute the dy by dx is equal to, so it will give you d of capital Y upon d of capital X. So just you put this substitution in this equation, right? So this equation will give you d of capital Y upon d of capital X is equal to a x minus h plus b capital Y minus k plus c upon a dash capital X minus h plus b dash capital Y minus k plus c dash. So in this case, it will give you ax minus a into capital X plus b into capital Y upon a dash x plus b dash y. And we have some extra term, means this is the sign of the homogeneity. Beside this, we have the extra term minus ah minus bk plus c minus a dash k minus b dash k plus c dash. If we assume that this part is equal to 0. If we assume this part is equal to 0, then our equation will reduce to the homogeneous equation. So we now if you put the that extra part as is equal to 0, we can compute the value of the h and k, because now we have the system of equation, simple system of equation. So you can determine the unknown h and k. So as so here, so whatever the remaining equation, if you put that part as a is equal to 0, so remaining part will become the homogeneous equation. So this is the way to reduce the homogeneous equation if we have the condition a upon a dash should not equal to b upon b dash. So let us understand this question by the this example. So here we have the dy by dx is equal to x plus y plus 4 upon x minus y minus 6. So here this is the a, this is the a dash, this is the b, this is the b dash. So here you can observe that a upon a dash is not equal to b upon b dash, and this is your c. So what I have told you, you have to assume small x is equal to capital X minus h, small y is equal to capital Y minus k. So here uh, from this you can get the dy by dx is equal to capital dy upon capital dx. So d capital Y upon dx, d capital X is equal to, so x is equal to capital X minus h, y is equal to capital Y minus k plus 4 upon x is equal to x minus h, y is equal to y minus k minus 6. So from here, if you write it as a x plus y upon capital X minus capital Y, and whatever the extra term minus h minus k plus 4 is equal to 0, minus h plus k minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the system of equation, right? So from here, after solving, you can get the value of unknown h and k. So h will come minus 1 and k will come 5. So what is the benefit? Benefit is this equation will become the homogeneous equation. This equation become homogeneous equation, and that you can solve by the previous method. So dy by dx is equal to 1 plus y upon x upon 1 minus y upon x. Let capital Y is equal to z into capital X. So capital dy upon capital dx, d capital X is equal to, it will become z plus capital X dz upon d capital X. So this can be reduced. This can be reduced to z plus x dz by dx is equal to 1 plus z upon 1 minus z. So now let us see whether we can separate the variable or not. So x dz by dx is equal to 1 plus z upon 1 minus z minus z. So it will become 1 plus z square upon 1 minus z. So just try to separate the variable. So here you can see on this side we have explicit expression of the z, and on this side we have the explicit expression of the x. So on the left hand side we have 1 minus z upon 1 plus z square dz is equal to dx upon x. So what is the benefit? Now just you integrate on both sides. So as you integrate on both sides, you will get, so here you will get the integral dx upon x is equal to integral 1 upon 1 upon 1 plus z square dz minus z upon 1 plus z square dz. So first integral will be the ln x. This integral is standard one, tan inverse z, and this can be written as means if you multiply and divide by the 2, right? Multiply and divide by the 2. So this will become minus half ln of 1 plus z square plus c. So this can be written as ln x plus ln of 1 plus z square power half is equal to tan inverse z plus c. So main thing you have to take care. First, we have to replace the z by the capital Y upon capital X. So this can be written as ln of x into 1 plus y square upon x square to power 1 by 2 is equal to tan inverse y upon x plus c. And you have seen in the previous example, means in the previous page, you have seen we have put x is equal to x minus z, y is equal to capital Y minus k. Original question is in terms of the invariable of small x small y, right? Presently we have the solution in terms of the capital X capital Y. So just here we have computed the z is equal to minus 1, k is equal to 5. So in this place you just put h is equal to minus 1 and k is equal to plus 5. So capital Y will come y plus 5, and capital X will come x minus 1. So just you put there in the solution. So capital X is equal to x minus 1, capital Y is equal to y plus 5. So here we have the solution. Ln of x minus 1, 1 into 1 plus y plus 5 upon x minus 1, right? Y plus 5 upon x minus 1 whole square and whole power 1 by 2 is equal to tan inverse of y plus 5 upon x minus 1 plus c. So in common, we have seen in exam, you forgot to resubstitute this part. So please take care about this, right? When we have this type of the question. Now, it is not necessary. Always we have the a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash as a not equal. Sometimes we may have a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash. And we have the requirement, and the given equation is non-homogeneous also. So in such cases, we assume that a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash is equal to 1 upon m. 1 upon m. So from here, you will get the a dash is equal to am, b dash is equal to bm. So when we substitute the value of the a dash and b dash as a am and bm respectively, so you will get the ax plus by plus c upon m into ax plus by plus c dash, right? So for example, this question dy by dx is equal to x plus y plus 4 upon x plus y minus 6. So you can say that this is the b a dash b dash. So a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash we have. So in such question, here if you put x plus y is equal to z, x plus y is equal to z, and if you differentiate with respect to x, so you will get the 1 plus dy by dx is equal to dz by dx. So here we have the same thing. So from here dy by dx will come dz by dx minus 1. So here the equation reduced to dz by dx minus 1 is equal to z plus 4 upon z minus 6. Z minus 6. So it can be written as dz by dx is equal to z plus 4 upon z minus 6 plus 1. So this can be written as z plus 4 plus z minus 6 upon z minus 6, or dz by dx is equal to 2z minus 2 upon z minus 6. So what we can do, we can separate. On one side we have the x, on one side we have the z. So on the left hand side we have the z minus 6 upon 2 into z minus 1 dz is equal to dx upon x. So here we have the explicit expression of the z, and here we have the explicit expression of the x. So what is the now what we can do? You have separate.
Sir, sir, where
Yes.
did we get dx by x? There is no like.
Yes. 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 There is no x. So here we have, if you integrate on both side, so it will give you. So by divide we do, or z minus 1, this we can write as a z
Addition.
minus 1 minus 5 upon 1 by 2 z minus 1 z minus 1 dz is equal to integral dx integral. So this will give you 1 by 2, and it is the z minus 5 ln of z minus 1 is equal to x plus c. So z is equal to, we have assumed z is equal to here x plus y. So 1 by 2 x plus y minus 5 ln of x plus y minus 1 is equal to x plus c. So this x will come on this side. So this will become half y minus x minus 5 ln of x plus y minus 1 is equal to c. So y minus x, right? So here we have the solution. Clear? So how to tackle, how to reduce the non-homogeneous equation into the homogeneous equation. So this is the same type of the question, whatever you have done till in theory part. It is the fourth A question of your book. If A E not equal to B D, so that the constant H and K can be chosen in such a way that the substitution x is equal to z minus h and y is equal to w minus k reduces the given equation dy by dx is equal to f of ax plus by plus c upon dx plus ey plus f to homogeneous equation. So in this case, what it is given to you? A upon d not equal to b upon e. That is the AE not equal to B upon D. So the same thing we have done earlier also, with the same thing we have done. So here it is given to you x is equal to, this substitution we have to do, x is equal to z minus h, y is equal to w minus k. So this will give you dx is equal to dz, dy is equal to dw, or dy by dx is equal to dw by dz. So when we substitute in this equation, it will give you dw by dz is equal to f of, so x is equal to z minus h, y is equal to w minus k. So it will come a into z minus h plus b into w minus k plus c upon d into z minus h plus e into w minus k plus f. So it can be written as az plus bw plus minus ah minus bk plus c upon dz plus ew plus minus dh minus ek plus f. So if you want to make the homogeneous equation, so this part must be equal to 0, this part must be equal to 0. If you want to make the homogeneous equation, you have to make this remaining part is equal to 0. So in order to make the homogeneous equation, choose h and k so as to satisfy minus ah minus bk plus c is equal to 0, minus dh minus ek plus f is equal to 0. So from here you will get the h and k as a ce minus bf upon ae minus bd, and k is equal to af minus cd upon ae minus bd. So for the existence of the h and k, this must be the non-zero. So here the ae minus bd must be the non-zero. So that will give you ae not equal to 0. So the same thing whatever we have done, the same thing we have here. So given AE not equal to BD or AE minus BD not equal to 0, that is H and K will exist, right? So means if we have this type of the equation, so always we have such constants H and K which reduce the non-homogeneous equation into the homogeneous equation. So this is little bit extra type of the question, right? Sixth question. If we have this type of the question, means here we are not checking the homogeneity, right? Just by the substitution we try to do this question. So dy by dx is equal to 1 minus x into y square upon 2x square y. So in such question we take the substitution z is equal to y upon x to power n. So y will come z into x to power n, or dy by dx is equal to, from here we have the dy by dx. So for the first one, dz by dx and x to power n as it is, plus z as it is, and its derivative will be the n x to power n minus 1. So here you have the dy by dx is equal to x to power n dz by dx plus n z x to power n minus 1. By parts you will get this. So if you substitute all this thing in this equation, so here you will get the x to power n dz by dx plus nz x to power n minus 1 is equal to 1 minus x into y is equal to what? Z x to power n. So 1 minus x z x to power n whole square upon 2x square z x to power n. So this can be written as 1 minus z 1 minus z x to power 2n plus, I think it should be the z square, 1 minus z square x to power 2n plus 1 upon 2 x to power n plus 2 into z. Clear this part? Up to here, any doubt? So now we have to separate the variable. Main problem is in integration, right? If we are able to write the expressions in such a way that one side is explicit expression of the z, another side is explicit expression of the x, then you can integrate easily. So it can be written as x to power n dz by dx is equal to 1 minus z square x to power 2n plus 1 minus 2n into z square into x to power 2n plus 1 upon 2x to power n plus 2 into z. If you take this expression on the left hand side and if you do the integration, if you take this expression on the left hand side and then take the integration, so you will get this expression. Now in this case it will become 1 minus, right, so in this case you can separate if this expression is equal to 0. If this expression is equal to 0, then you can separate easily. So for this, what we have, z square x to power 2n plus 1 you can take common. Inside we have 2n plus 1, 2n plus 1. So z square x to power 2n plus 1 cannot be 0. So it will give you 1 plus 2n is equal to 0. So n is equal to minus half. So in this question, in the sixth question, you have to determine this only. So what is how we can reduce, right, in the separation of the variable. So as we put n is equal to minus half, as we put n is equal to minus half in this expression, so it will give you x to power half dz by dx 1
Sir, can
upon.
you repeat? Sir, can you repeat why n is equal to minus half?
So here we have the x to power n dz by dx is equal to 1 minus z square plus x z square into x to power 2n, 1 minus z square x to power 2n plus 1 minus 2n z square x to power 2n plus 1 upon upon 2x to power n plus 2 z, 2x to power n plus 2 into z. So actually how we can separate? So if we make this term is equal to 0, so this term can be written as minus z square x to power 2n plus 1 minus 2n z square x to power 2n plus 1. So z square x to power 2n plus 1 you take common. Inside we have minus 1 plus 2n is equal to 0. So is equal to 0. So this cannot be 0. This cannot be 0. It means we can have only the possibility of the 1 plus 2n is equal to 0. So when we have this, it will give you n is equal to minus half. So as you substitute the n is equal to minus half, it will give you x to power minus half dz by dx is equal to 1, because this part is 0, and in the denominator we have the 2 x to power minus half, so it will become the 3 by 2 z, 3 by 2 z. So this will give you uh, dx dz. So on this side we have the on this side we have the 2z, and this side we can write this will go in denominator x, so 1 upon x, this will remain. So here what is the benefit? You have separated the variable. So whatever the problematic term for separating, that part we are assuming as a z. So that will give you the proper substitution. Means that here we have taken a substitution z is equal to y upon x to power n. So it means here now we can say that we should take the substitution z is equal to root x upon root x into y. If you take this substitution, it will change the differential equation as a separation of the variable.
So could you just explain once again how you identified that you have to use this method for this question?
No, this is
Like,
given in the question. This is given in the question. You have to substitute this, and with proper value of the n, you have to determine the solution. Substitution they have
so
already mentioned in the question.
so they're given the substitution we have to make.
We have um, in the question they have given that assume that y is equal to z into x to power n to solve this,
Okay.
and with proper value of the n, you reduce it into the separation of the variable.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So can you please explain why we are making that term zero, that part once again?
Actually, actually here, if you observe, here you can separate the z and x, but in the numerator you cannot separate because of the presence of the this one. You cannot separate the z and x. So 1 upon this expression you can separate the x and z. So only the problematic term is this bracket term. So we make the it is equal to 0 to get the value of the n.
Got it, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So here we have separated. So we have the dz by dx is equal to 1 upon 2 zx. So it will give you z square, or this is the 2z dz is equal to dx upon x. So integrate on both sides. So it will give you z square is equal to ln x plus ln c, or e to power z square is equal to xc, and whatever the substitution of the z that you put, so it will give you e to power x y square is equal to xc. So this is the solution. So again, you can see this is the arbitrary constant, and given equation is of first order, first degree. So we have the one arbitrary constant. Now, next section is the section 8. So this is the completion of the section 7, homogeneous. Now the section 8, the exact equation. So when we say the exact equation, so before that, you have the idea of the family of the curve. Means what is the meaning of the family of the curve? Fxy is equal to c. For example, we say that x square x square plus y square is equal to a square. So as you change the value of the a, you will get the different circle having the center at origin. So this is the family of the curve. Means you will get the family of the circle. So such expression are known as the family of the curve, right? So fxy is equal to c. So if you take the derivative, so df is equal to 0. C is the constant, so it will become the df is equal to 0. This df can be written as del f upon del x into dx plus del f upon del y into dy. Means what we are doing, this differential is del or d, both are the same thing, but just it is the partial, it is the total. Means here we are taking the small part. So del x and dx you can cancel, del y into dy you can cancel. So again you have the del f by del f, that is the df, right? So in this case, if you have the differential equation of this form, if by chance you have the differential equation of this form, so that can be written as df is equal to 0, and on the integration it will give you integral df is equal to c or f is equal to c. So that type of the equation is the exact equation, means which you can integrate exactly. Exact equation means you can integrate exactly. So generally, means readily integrable form is not given to you. Just to explain, I am giving you here that we have the equation of the form del f by del x into dx plus del f by del y into dy is equal to 0. So how you will recognize that this will become the df is equal to 0, or f is equal to c. So in actual we have the equation. Let us consider the differential equation m dx plus n dy is equal to 0. So we say that if there exists a function fxy which satisfy the del f by del x is equal to m. Now we correlate these two equations. So here we have the del f by del x into dx del f by del y into dy is equal to 0, and here we have the m dx plus n dy is equal to 0. It means we are assuming that here we have the del f by del x is equal to m and del f by del y is equal to n. So third can be written as means this can be written as the del f by del x is equal to into dx plus del f by del y into dy is equal to 0, or it can be written as df is equal to 0. Hence we have the fxy is equal to c. So this type of the equation is known as the exact differential equation, right? Exact differential equation means exactly integrable. Exactly integrable means here you can integrate exactly, right? You can integrate exactly. So here you will get the f is equal to c, right? So here the third one is called the exact differential equation. So in next class we continue this thing. So in next class we continue with the section 8. If any doubt, please ask.
So how are we relating equation 1 with 3?
Actually, we are checking the condition. We are checking the condition. First we have seen that df can be written as del f by del x into dx plus del f by del y into dy. And so what is the benefit? This can be written as df is equal to, right, from here we have the df is equal to 0 and integral c. Now if given equation, if the given equation, this equation m dx plus, as we have written this, as we have written as a df. Now this is the question. If it can be written as a df, so it is the exact equation that we are checking. Any given equation m dx plus n dy, whether it is the exactly integrable or not, that we are checking here. So just we replace this as a m, we replace this as a n.
Okay, sir.
In next class I will continue how to check that I will show you. Any other doubt?